do some stuff like this.
Whoa, but my dude, I need
Show my
help, bro.
vacancy! Show my vacancy!
Wait. Class! Class! Bobby Reed! Bobby Prima! Come
I'm far behind.
Why did they
Right. Ryan, they going to Liverpool.
Incredible! Leon Bailey!
my things in advance.
What a Fisher! What
What is some man? Bobby Reed, midfield. Jamaican bro.
Fun. Yeah, yes, Ryan. I want to I'm trying to bring up the Sebastian. Let me know where in Sweden you are, bro, because I'm in Copenhagen. I'm right next to you in Sweden. I'm looking for the squad builder. A squad builder. What is it? Data. Let me see something. What is it called again? What is that squad builder called again, guys, that we always use? Squad builder. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to big up Shavan. I'm looking for the squad builder because now we can. Oh, you're in Stockholm, bro. Um, Sebastian, I'm in Falsterbo. You know where Falsterbo is. Uh, Shavan, what is the squad builder called again, Shavan? Let me know what's the name of the squad builder. Shavan. What is it called again? Is it Fun Data something squad builder? Uh, what is it called again? Database. What is this squad builder called again? This is not it. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find the squad builder. What is that squad builder that we always use? Can't remember. What's the name of the squad builder? Uh, squad builder. Squad. Squad builder. Okay, here it is, guys. There it is. There it is. So we can start putting in some players. Hold on. Let's start putting in some player. What is it? Hold on, guys. Hold on. What is it? Uh, okay, we can start getting some players in. Let's start getting some players in here. Let's getting some players in. Hold on, guys. Let's start getting some players in here. Let's have a little fun with this. Now that we kind of, oh, we don't have Brown. We don't have. Who is this? Is this Greg Lee? Hold on, guys. We're doing a little squad builder here. Andre Blake. Who are we missing here in the midfield? Who are we missing here? Ryan Bailey. We can have Grant. Antonio. Okay. Oh. Crap. Uh, Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I found it. Let me just. I'll just start over basically. There we go. Mikhail. Right. Ethan. Let's get Ethan Pinnock. Let's get who we have here now. Greg Lee. Let's go with 3 at the back. No. So that's Ravel. So. Who do we? Okay, we have a Leon Bailey here. Let's have a Leon Bailey here. Let's have a this goes here. This player goes here. Who we gonna be? We're gonna have Devon. Let me just go with Brad Brown. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. Yes, guys. All right, we found the squad builder. We found the squad builder. So here's a team that I think we can get some good high press out of this team. People must go look for Topper and give him some. Jesus Christ. No, no, no. We're not gonna do that right now. We're not gonna do that right now, Doctor Joyful. Yes, guys. So we won't go back over anything, but Damari Gray, as Ryan said, Demarai Gray is his passport is in process. He should be available for the next game, and we're looking forward to that. Here's a strong team we can put out there. Here's a strong team we can put out there for the next game against Mexico. So let me know your thoughts on this team here, guys. Speedy Williams over Anthony Grant. Uh, and remember, guys, to like the video. Sorry about that. We had to end the last stream. I think most of you guys who were here understood what took place, and we had to just start all over again. So remember to like the video, guys. Remember to like the video. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, just forget it, Joyful. Let's forget it and let's move forward. So yes, here's a strong team I think that we can go there with to get what Paul Hall name. Yeah, man, Dr. Joyful. Let's keep it moving. Big up yourself, Siobhan. Big up Fresh God. We're back up and running again. We're back up and running again, guys. We're back up and running again. You guys knew, all you guys who were here earlier, let's just, respect the information that we got and keep it moving. Let's just take the positive from that. Yeah, here's a squad on the screen that I think that we can definitely get a good result from Mexico, especially a Greg Lee. I think Paul Hall won't be leaving Greg Lee out of the next team. The squad suggestion for January 20 or 27. No, this is for the squad against Mexico. This would be the team. Javian Brown. We don't have Javian Brown on the screen, so that's why we have Brian Brown there. So that would be Javian Brown. I think this is a squad that we can get a result with. This is a squad we can get a result with. These are all cutting edge players. Look at these players, guys. Look at the players that we have here. I think this is if we want to play attacking football. AJ Clutch says 10 out of 10. I think this team can get 3 points from Mexico. Ryan don't get, I think Jimenez. Siobhan, I've watched Jimenez in the Mannings Cup, and the player for me, Jimenez is about 2 years away from being in this setup. I think he's a young player that he needs to show me a bit more. He's physical. But as watching the Shamar Nichols's interview, he said he skipped the Mannings Cup because it wasn't doing much for him, which I totally agree. So grade this squad on the screen, guys. Let me know what you short of the more Gray is on the team, Dr. Joyful, and that's the only information we're gonna work off from the last video. It's been confirmed that Demari Gray is in the process of being a Reggae Boy. That would be a big one for us moving forward. Um, I still think that Speedy Williams is a liability, but I think Speedy Williams will give us more in the press game than a Anthony Grant. Anthony Grant would be there to give us depth if we want to move back to a 4-4-2 and close things down. Yes, he's 16. Just remember, if you put him alongside the professionals, he will learn. But I think there's a few players ahead of Jimenez right now, Siobhan. I think Jimenez at least need another year in the JPL. That's just my point of view. I think Jimenez need another year in the JPL before I can say yes. I saw him for JC this year, and he looks like a good one. He looks like a good one, but I want to see him against better competition. Then I can be sold on him going forward. Will Leon Bailey be available for the next game? Leon Bailey didn't suit up today for Aston Villa. We know he's still injured. And with the COVID situation, we might even lose more players. Ravel Morris just came back from COVID. Mikel Antonio played today. Mikel Antonio actually scored today for West Ham against Southampton, though they lost the game. Power up front, this team would be unstoppable. I agree with you, Joyful. This is the team that Paul Hall I would put out there. This is the team that I would put out there if I was the coach, because these players will all be available for the next window. These players will all be available for the next window. To be honest with you, Michael Hector for me. I think Michael Hector. Let me know, guys. Speedy Williams over Michael Hector in the press game, because Michael Hector would give us more defensively. Let me know. Let me know, guys. Let me know how you would set up. Would you take a Speedy Williams over Michael Hector or Anthony Grant? Let me know, guys. That's what we need. Because there's a question mark with Speedy Williams. Hot chili. What is my thoughts on Shamar Nicholson? I kind of, as I said, Hot chili. I will go over it one last time, and I'm just clearing up things for this year because we're moving into the new year, and into the new year is gonna be new topics. We're gonna highlight more of the positives about Jamaican football going forward. Shamar Nicholson, big move for Shamar Nicholson. Big move, Hot Chili. My thing is, I think this move for Shamar Nicholson will be a make or break move for Shamar Nicholson, because if he doesn't perform in Russia, he's not getting a bigger contract. He will be going down from here on out. So I hope Shamar Nicholson can continue his good run of form and continue scoring. Listen, guys, Shamar Nicholson was one of my favorite players when I saw him in that game against the USA. He came on with a certain hunger, and he just looked amazing. But for me, after he left and went to Belgium and he came back, he looked a bit slower. I think he still need to get back to that place. I want to see him come out there running like that. But hey, it maybe had to do with how we were setting up and what the coach was asking Shamar Nicholson to do. But actually, for me, it's a wait and see. I'm not big on the. They said he had offers from Newcastle United. I'm not sure you would want him to go to Newcastle, though Newcastle is now one of the richest clubs in the English Premier Leagues, because the Saudis are loaded when it comes to currency, when it comes to money. But Newcastle could potentially end up in the championship next season. Newcastle is looking like they're a team. Newcastle and Norwich are looking like two teams who can be relegated, and Leeds this go around. So I'm not sure. I would want him to make that move to Newcastle, but I would have rather see Shamar Nichols in the English Premier League. But if he went to Newcastle, he wouldn't be playing. He wouldn't be playing Champions League football. And if he's in Russia, he has a higher chance of playing Champions League football, and there will be more eyes on him in Europe. So that's there's a plus there, but Russia for me is gonna be a tough one. And Russia, the fans will turn on you in a heartbeat. And my only problem is, does when the fans see that Shamar Nichols is $11 million signing, and if he doesn't score any goals for the first 3 or 4 games, how does the fans start to feel about that? Because now I think they're in the middle or third or fourth in Russia, and they would need Shamar Nichols to come in right now and score goals to get them in the Premier in the Champions League. So there's a lot of pressure on Shamar Nichols going to this team, and hopefully he can deal with that pressure. Hot chili. So that's just my only thing. Is it gonna be too much pressure? They said Shamar Nichols is a tough young man mentally, and he's able to deal with the pressure. So let's see. Let's see how he handles the pressure. Siobhan said, I think DJ, Hector, Grant, Casey Palmer is ahead of Speedy, to be honest. Casey Palmer won't be in the team. I can guarantee that. I don't think Casey Palmer will be coming in for the next game. Um, Michael Hector. I don't know how Michael Hector would fit in the press, because Michael Hector does make some mistakes in the midfield, and with three at the back, you can't have players in the midfield turning over the football and putting pressure on your defense. Speedy Williams, to me, more would be able to track players in a high press than a Michael Hector. Though I think Michael Hector is like above Speedy Williams as far as the quality grade is concerned. Sebastian said the fans from Spartak won't be mad. They will support the players. Okay. All right. All right. They will support the players. I think most teams will support the players, but I'm talking about the pressure because Sebastian, fans, when they see your name next to a big signing and you're getting a lot of money to come in, their expectation go all the way up. And can Shamar Nichols deal with that expectation level from the fans? That's my only worry. So you guys are saying that you would who David Davis at CDM, he is better. Ian, I heard you talking about this. I seen you posting about this player, but I don't know who he is. I don't know who David Davis is. I don't know if he has a passport. I don't know where he plays. I haven't seen him play, so I'm only going off what we have and what we know about at the current moment. So as soon as I get a look at the player, I would I can pass my verdict on that player. But for right now, I don't know. I'm not sure. AJ Clutches Speedy has both high attacking and defensive rate capability of covering for Ravel when he moves up. All right, yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree with you. All right, Ian Campbell said Davis is Davis. He is processing his passport at the moment. Sebastian said, I think Promes and other attackers will make Shamar score more. Well, what I'm excited about as well, Shamar Nichols is getting a Italian coach, and I think Italian coaches they like that kind of striker like Shamar Nichols, so who can hold up play, who can show some dominance as far as in that area of the park. So I'm looking forward to how that partnership works with the Italian coach and Shamar Nichols. Yes, 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 yes. So, Speedy Williams for me. So the game against Peru is gonna be a exciting game. I know a lot of people see it as a friendly, but it's gonna be the first look of how we think Paul Hall will coach the team. It's gonna. I don't know if Paul Hall will go in that Peru game with a back three with all new players, all local and MLS players. Damian Lowe will be one of the few players that are um, a staple in the squad in defense. So I don't know if he's gonna start three at the back. Um, I don't know. Think he will start three at the back. Hold on. I don't think he will start three at the back with that team. But this is a flat midfield right here. Hold on. Let me see if we can flex the formation a bit more. Let's see if we can flex the formation. No, that looks a bit too. That doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. 4-2-1-3. Nope. 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 Yes, this would be. I think this would be more. This would be something more. Hmm. If you then we were gonna have to leave out Ethan Pinnock would I don't think Ethan Pinnock would make the team. Here, I would put in a Daniel Johnson then. I don't think we put in a Daniel Johnson. We put in a Daniel Johnson. Let me know about this team, guys, because I think this is also a strong team. This is also a strong team right now. This would be a very strong team, a 4-3-3. This would be a very strong team. God said that's a really good lineup, Jay Taylor, for more for attacking football. Yes, And here's another formation, guys. A four. This is if we play four at the back, 4-3-3. I think this would be a more balanced back. I think this would be a more balanced formation for us. 4-3-3. This would give us more stability in the midfield, and this would give us more players who can put on the press for us. If Daniel Johnson doesn't come in, I think we could potentially see a Kemar Roof drop back in the midfield a bit more there, and we come back to a 4-1-4-1 when we are defending. Low and Pinnock should start. More has been poor for both club and country, says Bravo. Giovanni says Jamaican players are doing bad. Transfer transfer for more money. God said that's a really good. Let me know about this specific lineup that I just put on the screen. Guys, let me know if how you feel about this formation, because I think the 4-4-3 would be a bit more balanced, but I'm excited. So we would probably put Leon Bailey on the right and Demarai Gray on the left here. I think yes, I think this would be I think this is a powerful team, man. I think because we have two players in Ravel Morris and Daniel Johnson who can move the football around. And this is a team that can hold on to the football a bit better. I think this would be a team that could potentially hold on to the football while being very attacking. Bravo said also Demari Gray is the best on the left. Bailey play either wing but was most effective at Liverpool on the right. So that's why I put Liverpool put him on the right there. Liam Moore, to me, he's becoming more questionable. He's becoming questionable, but he's a player that I would mind using in because he tends to want to move up with the football when he has the football in the back, and I think we'll be playing a higher back line under Paul Hall, so we want defenders who like at the Liverpool, how you see Liverpool and Chelsea defenders move up into space when they're attacking. We don't want our defenders sitting back too deep when we're attacking and just getting ready to defend. Guys, you have to remember this. When you're playing a high press, you have to have defenders who are good at marking defenders, anticipating the game. We have to keep that in mind. We have to have defenders who can anticipate the game. Um, Liam Moore to me has a good recovery speed if he falls out of position to trap back, and you need quick players when you're playing a high press, just in case they play the ball over and we get beat and we have to trap back. Um, Damian Lowe, Damian Lowe. VAR will be implemented in the next games. I hope Damian Lowe takes that into consideration. As I said, I think Damian Lowe is a walking red card. People might say, well, his average, he hasn't showed that he has gotten a lot of red, but he has shown that he's potential. He's a potential red card candidate, and he got away with a lot of tackles that were questionable. With VAR, I think there will be more pressure on the referee to make that big decision by handing out more red cards because they are now held hostage to the technology. So it's gonna be Damian Lowe and Javane Brown. Javane Brown has to be very careful. But hey, this is an attacking team. Greg Lee will. Oh my God! Imagine a Greg Lee and a Demari Gray on the left, going down the left flank for Jamaica. Javane Brown and Leon Bailey on the right. Whoa, whoa, this is an amazing team. This is a team that can do some damage against Mexico. Because guys, even from the Gold Cup, I said, I don't think Mexico is that great. I don't think Mexico is the holy grail of all teams in CONCACAF. I still don't believe that. I think Mexico has been doing what they need to do. They've been getting results against teams that are mediocre, including Jamaica. Jamaica went down to Mexico with a scrappy team and almost got a result. So, and that was with no build-up play. That was with nothing. We just almost got a result. I'm looking forward to the next friendly, Siobhan. Bravo said I would start Grant over Speedy. Grant is more commanding. Well, yes, you see, in this position, then I would start Anthony Grant. So Anthony Grant would take care of what we need in front of the defense in a 4-3-3. If we're gonna play a three at the back, then I would start Speedy Williams, as Speedy Williams gives us more on both sides of the football. Mexico is getting worse. They have the wrong coach, Sebastian said. I agree. Siobhan, don't think we should look to Leon playing based on his current injury. Well, he has the Christmas season, and for some reason, even when Leon Bailey is injured, he seems like he always ready to play for Jamaica. Would you play Leon Bailey at 60 and 70%? I don't know. I would just want to see Bailey and Demarai Gray on the pitch. I think that would give the Mexican coach a lot of homework to do, because now he doesn't have to only worry about Leon Bailey. He's going to have to worry about the Everton man, Demarai Gray. Demarai Gray, guys. Demarai Gray. And listen, we will have a deep bench because we will have a Jamal Lowe on the bench. And even if Leon Bailey is not there, then I would start a Jamal Lowe where we're starting Leon Bailey. Andre Gray got the goal of the month in the championship this month for his goal, his stellar goal against Derby County. So I'm looking forward to Andre Gray coming back in the squad. And I think a lot of these players coming back in the team will be coming in with a high morale. They will be excited, ready to play under Paul Hall. I just noticed we don't have a goalkeeper, guys. Come on. Help me out here, guys. You don't want to have a goalkeeper in the goal? We need a goalkeeper, guys. I don't have a goalkeeper. Let's go with the man Andre Blake as our goalkeeper. Yeah, we'll have a very deep bench. I would bring Blair Turgot back into the team, but and I'm hoping for a good performance from Busy Atkinson against Peru, because if he's there, he would be a good change up for Leon Bailey as well, because I love that player. I love what he offers. He's willing to tackle, he's willing to work for the football on defense, and he's very good going forward. Patrick Holness says Speedy Williams is a good guy and has worked hard for the team at all times. Paul Hall should always keep him in the 23. I think that's not even up for debate. Wholeness. We agree with that. Speedy Williams has earned his spot in this team. His work ethic and his progression. He has earned that spot. Bravo says none of them English players posted about Tupper when he was fired. That says a lot. You know another thing, Bravo. Which player have you heard said they have improved on the Tupper, or after a game you had a player said, hey, we have a good coach and the coach has set us up in the right place and he set us up to win? I haven't heard a player came out and said anything positive about Theodore Whitmore. That says it all. But as I'm saying to you guys, 2022, we won't say anything about Theodore Whitmore on this channel. And especially me, whenever I'm on doing a show, I won't be talking about Theodore Whitmore anymore. As you know, I started this whole Theodore Whitmore thing. Uh, Theodore Whitmore can block me on Instagram. Him for block me on Instagram, though he doesn't know my Instagram, but he should probably block me because I'm one of the persons who thought that he was incompetent. I was shocked that and Mr. Price said that Theodore Whitmore was a good coach. God Almighty, that was crazy. That was crazy. But let me know, guys. Throw up a grade on the screen. Let me know what you think about the squad. What's your grade for the squad? And let me know which player you would actually substitute out of the squad. I hope to see Greg Lee in this team. Greg Lee gave us 15 minutes of high intensity football. And hey, guys, as I'm saying, with where we are, based on what Paul Hall wants to do and the game that Paul Hall wants to play, it's just not going to work for a Taxi Lawrence at left back. I can't see Taxi Lawrence being the starter in Taxi Lawrence is he's part of the long ball problem. He's part of the long ball problem. And we want to skip out those long ball problem players. So we want players like Greg Lee, who has the track back ability. We want to have players like Greg Lee, who has the track back ability. Javian Brown has that track back ability, but he also has that ability to go forward with the football. And that's what we need. This team looks slick and looks slim, and they look like we have all the pieces. I think Demarai Gray is one of the pieces that we've been missing because we didn't have that. We always wanted Leon Bailey to show up to the party, but Demarai Gray, his direct style of play, and I think he would put the Mexicans on the back foot. God said this is a 10 out of 10 team. I agree. I agree. Either way we flip it. Either way we flip it. It's a 10 out of 10 team. Even if Daniel Johnson is not there and we want to drop a Kemar Roof in the midfield, I think we will still have a good team and kind of have Ravel playing around that. What do you think about this team on the screen, Ryan, for the next game?
Virgin, this team is a 10 out of 10, bro.
Yeah.
It's a 10 out of 10. I like this team. And a Jevan Brown, you have at right back.
Yeah, man, Javon Brown.
So in the midfield, you have, I like, no, no. I've, I've Grant in the
All
midfield.
right. Yeah, we'll take Grant out for
He's a
Speedy.
must. He's a
Mhm.
must. I would remove Daniel Johnson and put Speedy right there. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we go like this,
Mm.
and we go Anthony Grant. We'll go Anthony Grant here. Yes, 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 yes. I think this could work either. I
So
think either way this
what
could work.
what happened now in with this team now? It have the balance, attacking,
Mm-hmm.
structure, and then at the midfield you have different type of midfielder. You have one who going to slow down the game. You have one going to dictate the game. You have one who going to do the dirty works and the creativity inside the midfield. So we really need that balance midfield in there. And we has been crying out for this midfield for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Has been crying out for this midfield for a long time. And also, um, is it Damian Lowe game seal in this team? At this moment, I have question. Um, you
But
know what?
Ryan, I don't think
You know,
the fact that Damian Lowe has played most of the games, I think it would be hard for Ethan Pinnock to come and replace him. Don't you think?
most definitely
I think
going
it's
to be.
hard.
But I like that team. Yeah. I like that team. It have balance. Gregory very good going forward, coming back.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then you have the young man from Vancouver, Brown, very
Yes.
good going forward too. So this is a good team. This is an attacking team. Mikel Antonio. It could be Shaman Nicholson. It could be Mikel Antonio. It depends on who Paul are going to use. Depend on the opponents. You know,
Okay.
physicality. You know, I like
Yeah.
this team. I like this team. It have the balance. Two winger. I'm just hoping Bailey can keep fit and ready
Yeah.
for the upcoming game, brother.
And even if Bailey is not here, and that's why we have a Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe. I think we have the pieces where if Bailey is not there, we won't skip a beat. Life with braids. Them said just one thing with this team, JT. It's missing a Conte. Listen,
But
Ryan, you sick? Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
but seriously, Taylor, when I look at our team, at no time still, we see the coach pick the best 11 at no time. I understand. I listen to Andre Price and at all the time, most of the time, say the best team must play. We're having Slick our best unit.
We have that's and Ryan, we had the players in the squad, but we never. Ryan, I keep going back to when we started to when the first time when you started to bring me on stream, and I was saying to you that my thing I was worried about that Tapa doesn't know the right combination of players to play together. And I think with Paul Hall's plan to play a high press system, Paul Hall will have no choice but to pick the best players. Because a high press team, it can't take strugglers. You ever drive through Kingston and you see a man all on the back of the Juta bus, and you say, afraid him drop off. Right now, that team you not go carry nobody on the back of the Juta bus, because I fly that bus, you go fly now. That,
Yeah.
that, that bus you go fly, Ryan. So you can't hang on. Guys, let me just say this. You see, Conte, where do you understand know about Conte? You see that CDM position? That position is owned by a man called Makaleli. It's not easy for a position to be named after you. It's because you played that position exceptionally well. Makaleli is the man who owned that position, Ryan. When you hear people talk about defensive midfielder, Makaleli is the legend. Makaleli is the man where the people says, I want you to come in the team and play the Makaleli role.
Yeah.
It's lately people start say we play the Conte role, but guys, if you know about Makaleli, Makaleli is going down in history as the man where a position is named after him.
Sure. He played for Chelsea too and Real Madrid.
Yeah, man. Makaleli was the man where they had to name the position after the man. The man, because you see, this position, Ryan, it's not the most attractive position on the football field, but you can become a legend very quickly at that position. Because you know what it is? It's the janitor position. It's the cleanup. Nobody wants to clean up the building, but everybody wants to come in and enjoy a clean building. And that's why you need those players. Those players, the they
SCN,
had. Go ahead.
SCN was good in that position too.
Yes, yes, yes. They said in the English Premier League on talk radio this week that the CDM position is the weakest position in the in the English Premier League right now. It's like they can't find great CDMs. Most teams, Ryan, are struggling to find that Makaleli or that Conte. Look at Chelsea today when Conte came back on. They look like a different team. They look like the team who's ready to compete against a Liverpool again. Um,
When
Claudia,
he play, man, is a different player, man. When he play for Chelsea, he made a big difference in that midfield because he cover a lot of ground, bro. And he win the ball. He don't fall player too often inside the midfield. So in
SCN as well. Yes, guys. Yes, yes, yes. Fabian Full. Yeah, man. SCN. Oh God,
SCN
SCN,
was a
man.
class, bro.
SCN, Makaleli, and Conte is those three legendary players in that position. I think they own that position. It's so hard to find those players, Ryan. It's so hard to find those players. Jamaica is not the only team, guys, who is struggling to find a CDM. It's all over the place, all over the English Premier League right now. CDMs are in a short. Yes, Seedorf, the Dutch player, Seedorf. Ever since Seedorf, remember Seedorf and Davis used to govern the midfield. So Ryan, with a Kevin Lambert, who is a CDM, and they're saying that Kevin Lambert is one of the top CDMs in the USL. And if all of Europe is short on CDM, why isn't he getting a look in from other teams?
Yeah.
What's happening with Kevin Lambert? Is he not making that next step?
Still he's still in the graveyard, what you call it.
Yes, a graveyard league. Him transfer from the same team to the same team. And today another player and another guys. You know what I found out, Ryan? A
Mhm.
lot of these players, I don't know if they are friends with some of these guys, but a lot of these players have fans on YouTube who is working for them.
No, some
The,
of them are commenting a different name, bro.
You know what I found out, Ryan? A lot of the players who wants to get called up for the team, they have their friends put their names in the chat so we can talk about them to get their buzz. Because today a person contacted me and said, Jay Taylor, why you so biased? Why you not talking about Martin Davis? And I said, brother, me feel like you're working for Martin Davis because Martin Davis just signed a contract with a team in the same league. Guys, my thing with this, with
Loan him
Martin
up on
Davis,
loan.
Martin Davis had an interesting coming up. Martin Davis was a player who was sent to Valencia to train. I thought Martin Davis should have been further in his football career, Ryan, with the experience he got. Martin Davis has to get out of that Malta league. Did, to be honest, Martin Davis needs to get somewhere else out of Malta. I just think the Malta league doesn't give him that highlight he needs to show his talent.
Yeah.
What says you on that?
Bro, when you stay in a one environment too long, brother, that's going to affect your growth, especially if you're not in a top flight league, the Bundesliga, the Premier League, even the Bundesliga. If you're in it too long, you're just going to lay and barely want that boost and stuff, and see him go to Aston Villa for the challenge. So sometimes Shaman Nichols say the same thing. I think the Martels League is much better than the Jamaican Premier League, but for he said it himself. Martin Davis said, he have to blame himself too, you know. He get the
Okay.
opportunity to go to Valencia and get the opportunity to be in the academy in Toronto FC, and it didn't work out. And remember, when him go to Valencia, the language barrier was a difficult for him. It
Mm-hmm.
was cold because at the time he thought
Mm-hmm.
Spain going to be hot,
Mm-hmm.
and when him go, him see player were bigger than him. So these player, I went to play for some local corner league team, some local bush, and we play against a college team, and the youth them, they are 16, 17, you know, bro, but they're huge. They pump weights. Our Jamaican player them do not do that, you know.
Yeah, this is a nice comment from Life with Brain says full time for Andre Blay leave the MLS, because I'm saying to you, Ryan, how many more MVP does Andre Blake has to get to leave the MLS? If he continues there, he's gonna end his career in the MLS.
He signed a long-term contract. People like the video, man. People, come on, man. Nearly over 100 people in our chat, and we have 42 likes. Jesus Christ, bro. When it broke my vibe, sometimes people be
The
honest.
likes them are gonna come, man. The likes them are gonna come, because if the fans, we got them. Remember, because we end the video, we had 165 people on the live that time, and the likes were going up, but we had to end that stream. Pinnock, Ian Campbell is a huge Ethan Pinnock fan, you know. Pinnock must start. Speedy and Grant equals no mobility. Remember, Tapper is no longer the coach. All right, Ian Campbell. Fabian Full says Blake too old now. He should have left when he. Well, goalkeepers, the age is not so much a challenge for goalkeepers. I think Andre Blake still has the opportunity. I think he needs to leave. He has another 2 years. Latest 27, Ryan. If he doesn't get out after 2 years, he's gonna end up. That's where he will park the bus in the MLS. How much more MVP you can get?
Yeah, he must been outstanding, bro. The last goalkeeper in Jamaican history to be like Andre Blake is Donovan Ricketts. He has done it for the LA Galaxy in the MLS All-Star team, best goalkeeper of the year, over and over, and he end up finishing career in the MLS. I know it's very difficult to go to Europe, but if you have a proper agent to market you the proper way, you cannot tell me that Andre Blake, highly respect in CONCACAF, cannot get an overseas contract. Why it's so hard? And
Mm.
bro, let me tell you these people. I was talking to a player this week, not going to call any name. And I see my boss that transfer news with Shaman Nichols. Eddin, me realize this thing JT Taylor with them at about
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica for ranking at the top 50 to get
Mm-hmm.
a you big move. Lie.
Mm-hmm.
Lie. 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 I did think so, but a lie. Not no go so. But we have rank in at the top 50. A lie. People, once you play for the national team consistently, Andre Blake in between the stick consistently. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
He playing for him club team consistently. Also, Shaman Nichols to get the move go to Russia. and Jamaica not in the top 50. You know why how him get that, Taylor?
Mm-hmm.
He play for him national team 90% of the time. Start. Him play for him club team 90% of the time. Them do it by pints. Pints them do it. How many games you play for your national team and play for your club team? If he's a good player, like a example, like a Tariq Magee, it's going to be difficult for Tariq Magee to get that next move to go in Europe because he don't play consistent for him club and he don't play consistent for the Jamaican national team. So you get the gist. So I'm saying Andre Blake, one of the greatest goalkeeper of all time, in my humble opinion. I think Andre Blake is the best goalkeeper of all time. And I think for him to get better and better, I know I do an interview with him and him speak about it's very difficult. At one point, Crystal Palace want to sign him, Brighton want to sign him, and it didn't go through because of we never rank in we never get the permit. But Shaman Nicholson move and speaking to one agent, tell me say you has to play for your team. Start week in, week out, 90% or 75%. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So Shamar get to move because him play consistent for the Jamaica national team and play consistent for him club team. So Andre Blake in this situation now, he need to probably change him agent or something. But it's no way him has been performing one of the best goalkeeper in CONCACAF and not in the team. So let's go for this caller, Taylor.
Yeah, man.
Caller, good evening. Welcome to the show. Caller, good evening.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, good evening, Ryan. Good evening, J. Taylor. It's Ian.
Yes, Ian. Welcome to the show.
Bless up, yeah.
Yeah, blessings. Regarding this thing about Shamar Nicholson and playing in Europe, this top 50 ranking thing pertains to the English Premier League. It's not throughout Europe.
Yeah.
And also, my understanding is that he can accumulate sufficient points while playing in Europe to move over to even the EPL, right? But for a player like Andre Blake that's playing the US, right? And Jamaica being ranked outside top 50,
Yes. Yeah.
Andre wouldn't be able to go over to the EPL to play, right? So it's not throughout Europe. It really pertains to the English Premier League, to my knowledge.
Yeah, but
yeah, so it's not a hard and fast rule. You understand?
But is it although you saying it wrong, it have to be in the top 50 in England. So what about the French league?
No man, the English Premier League.
So now that may I say?
Premier League. Yeah.
What about the French league? What about the Belgium Pro League?
If you are playing in Europe, right? If you are playing in Europe already, you can amass sufficient points to move over to the EPL, right? But I'm saying to you, that rule is not applicable for all leagues in Europe. It pertains to the English Premier League.
Yes.
So the stipulation pertains to the English Premier League, right? But if you are already in Europe and amass sufficient points, you can actually go to the EPL. Yeah? That's how it works.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's not a hard and fast rule that applies to the entire Europe. You understand? And there are workarounds around it.
So,
such as amassing sufficient points.
So my question to you, Ian.
Tell me.
Would you want to see Andre Blake in the French league already? Even spend 1 year in the Belgium Pro League? It's a step up from the MLS. Can get in Europe.
Of course, that'd be wonderful. But does Andre Blake want to move at this point in his career? That's a question to ask.
Getting nice money in the MLS.
No, but yeah, exactly. So if him don't want to move, make him stay. He's playing well. He's what, 31, going on 32.
No, I
No,
mean
no.
not that so old, Carla.
25.
He's around 31. I'm certain he's around 31.
No, man. Hold on.
Check it. He's around 31. He's around 31.
Reggae Boyz
It's
goalkeeper
beside. I'll
Andre
check it for
Blake.
you.
I'm checking right now.
He's around 31. Check it, man. I need the call. Check it.
Oh my God, he is 31, bro. He's 31, born 1990. Shit.
Wow.
Bonus?
He's that old?
I didn't know him that old, you know.
Yes, he is.
31, you're right.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, man. He's not that young. So at this stage of his career, probably was want to stay in MLS. So respect his opinion and decision. So that's also my opinion on things. Anyway, this guy was talking about David Davis.
Yeah.
The man is processing a Jamaican passport, right?
Yeah.
Some persons are saying that he's not a good player, but of late, he's a player of good football, right? He plays in League One, but I think Shrewsbury, right? He's playing well, right? And he wants to play for us. He's a very robust, strong CDM, very, very powerful built guy.
All are him.
You understand? Huh?
All are him.
He's 30.
Oh.
He's 30. But what I'm saying to you, he's strong, he's mobile. I sent you a video, I think, of him scoring a goal. I think last 2 weeks he scored for Shrewsbury. Took the ball from the half line and carried and score himself.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And he got, I think, 8 point something on SofaScore this week. Well, today he got 7.3 SofaScore. So you have to look at what players doing right now, currently. You can't look at how he played last year. We need to perform right now. Yeah? Because right now Anthony Grant are playing the football.
Yeah.
And he's playing football week in, week out. So the best thing to do is to put fit players out there to play. People are playing football.
Yeah.
Anyway, Ryan, look more, take care.
Yeah, man, enough respect. So tell me something.
Yeah.
You see any documents for Amargi at the passport office?
I don't work at the passport office, no. I don't work there. But I heard that he applied. But once the citizenship comes through, the passport is easy.
Okay.
Because the citizenship takes longer than the passport.
Okay. I just want to get it from, because I get it from someone, so I make sure I get it from more.
Essentially what I was, Ryan, I was a consul officer.
Yeah.
Right? I worked in Toronto and in Abuja, Nigeria for Jamaica.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So I'm an experienced consul officer. But I'm no longer in that field, but I have the experience.
Okay.
Right? So once he's a citizen of Jamaica, the passport is easy to get.
Okay.
So he should be available for January if selected.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Tell me something before you go. What about my player from former Liverpool, man?
Who that? Kevin.
Kevin, a lot of injured.
Kevin is almost fully fit. Hopefully we can see him soon on the pitch. Right? He's almost fully fit.
Okay. All right.
One player I should speak about is Nathan Ferguson. He played today for Crystal Palace. He played today for Palace.
Yeah.
Remember when we went to Saudi Arabia, he said that he wants to play for Jamaica.
Yeah.
Right? This is why he was injured. Remember, his motive is different, because he was born in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You understand? So him saying that it's not a problem. You understand? So he can just go and renew his passport.
Okay.
See? And he's a very good right back. Superior to all we currently have at right back, in my opinion.
All right. I'm going to check it out and make somebody get the list.
Yeah, man. Cool. Take care.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, Taylor.
That was the man himself, Ian Campbell. Big up yourself. Ian Campbell always comes through with the valid information and the facts. He cleared that up. He also let us know Andre Blake is 31. He's clarified the player. David Davis is a player that I have no idea about, but I will definitely look into the player, Ryan. I
Midfielder, man.
never.
He send me every time I play him, send me the stats and stuff.
Okay, all right. But as far as what I'm hearing from all parties, it's looking good for Demarai Gray coming in for the next window. That's important.
Yeah, for real.
And playing that high press, Ryan, we could really use Kevin Stewart right now in the park because he played that high press at Liverpool.
Yeah.
You know, so we would really use a Kevin Stewart, but the player just seems to not be. We can't get him. Even though he has all his documents. So let's see. Let's go to a few of the comments again. Here, what's it? USA builds some of the best goalkeepers. England makes some of the worst keepers. That was Giovanni Brown. Fabian Foles says people said the same about Grant and him prove you wrong. Colin Quest said, leave Grant alone. He's the best we CDM have right now. Kevin Williams says, big up Ryan. Patrick Oden said, JT, that is why we must not minimize the value of Anthony Grant. We still have the chance to qualify because of the exceptionally hard work that Grant has put in. No, we're not saying, guys, let's just clear this up. We're not saying to leave Anthony Grant, What we're looking at is Paul Hall's system that he's going to implement. How does some of these players' skill set and their attributes fit into the team, Ryan? Because if Paul Hall is going to play a super high press game, Ryan, a Speedy Williams would fit better than an Anthony Grant. And I'm not a big fan of Speedy Williams over Anthony Grant. I'm just saying based on the system that we're going to play. But if we're going to play a system like this, which is a 4-3-3, we can use Anthony Grant and use two more attacking midfielders. But if we're playing a 3 at the back and a flat 4 in the middle, Speedy Williams would give you more. That's all I'm saying, guys. So I'm not ditching Anthony Grant. We all seen Anthony Grant. Anthony Grant has earned his spot. And I think Anthony Grant has basically risked his career at Swindon Town coming to play for Jamaica, which he's not playing anymore. They're basically punishing him. So I think he would not do him any service by leaving him out of the team. And he's actually sacrificed basically his career in England to play for Jamaica. So I still think he deserves a call up, and I think he's a leader on the pitch. But I want to see how Paul Hall sets up the team against Peru, Ryan. How does Paul Hall set up the team against Peru is going to be important. It's going to give us an insight into what Paul Hall wants to do. So that's important. I want to see how that works. I don't. For me, Ryan, for you, how do you see Anthony Grant, Speedy Williams, and Michael Hector? Those three players basically are the CDMs that we kind of have right now. Which one of them would be the sure starter for you?
Out
Out of all those three players, Speedy Williams, Anthony Grant, and Michael Hector.
Grant all day, bro. Closing my eye, pick the cherry off the tree all day. See me?
Even with the style of play, even with what Paul Hall wants to do.
All right. Fabinho is not the quickest player in the Liverpool team in the holding midfield. But guess what? He used this and played the game. And Anthony Grant have over 500 games under him belt professionally in England. It's not a boy thing, that, brother. To have so many games, it's not a boy thing. So I believe Anthony Grant, he will be okay. He just want to be at the right place at the right time. And him head going to tell him where he's supposed to be and how to position himself, how to collect the ball, how to move in that direction, how to move in the angle of the turner space. So I believe say him him will be fine, but he's a person who know the game. I think he will be fine. It's very, very important for us, Taylor,
Mm.
for us to protect him. And I
Yeah.
think Ravel Morris is three different player. It's three different player. I see you realize you move and put. It could be like that where, excuse me, we have the man, the Scotland. I can't believe we have this player, you know. Out of any other player, I can't believe we have this player, you know.
Kemar Roof. And the thing is, Ryan, why
Midfield,
I'm
bro.
looking at the team like this is I'm looking at players who can help Jamaica to have more ball possession. As I said, my problem with Speedy William at CDM is Ryan. He 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 does all the things. He does the right things, but he makes the sure pass very quickly, but it puts the team under pressure. Some of his passes, he plays the ball back too quickly to his defenders, even when there is nobody around him, and you need Speedy to just turn and look at the field. That's the difference with like a Conte. Conte don't just pass the ball back to his defender. He's aware of where he is on the pitch, and then he holds the ball up and make that pass. And that's what Speedy Williams has to learn to do to take his game to the next level. Speedy Williams constantly pass the ball back to the centre back. And we don't have the centre backs who are confident on the football, Ryan. So we want a CDM like Anthony Grant who is aware of his position. That's my thing over. But when it comes to high pressing, Speedy Williams' game would actually work better than Anthony Grant if we're playing a higher back line or a three at the back. Because he's one, he's quicker. Two, he's gonna give you a little bit more going forward. That's what I'm saying. It for me, it depends on if Paul Hall is playing four at the back. The starting job comes down to for me with Anthony Grant and Speedies if we're playing three or four at the back. I don't think three at the back Anthony Grant is a sure starter for me, Ryan. I don't think it's a sure starter.
Yeah. I agree with you on that one. I agree with you on that one. But hopefully, we do have to go into the chair at the back because I don't really like the chair at the back, you know. I think it need more time for the player them to understand them role, to understand the system and all of them.
Mhm.
It's kind of very difficult. That's why most teams don't play it. You understand? And when you see a team do play it, they are very difficult to beat. They are
Yeah,
very
that's true.
difficult to beat because they know the system. But if everybody available for Paula to pick from, I think we having fans at home, probably not the fullest, but I like what I see in the last couple games. You know, kind of find a little bit of momentum and stuff. My
Yeah,
happy
yeah.
say we win. My happy say we don't win that game, and we don't win that game because winning that game against United States is no
Theodore Whitmore is still the coach.
still going to be the coach, and
Yeah,
it is
yeah.
don't brave to get rid of him. You understand? So I'm happy. I'm happy it went that way. Trust me, too, because I just could take them more on the top.
Ryan, it's like, man, it's like it's a Tapa was like the COVID variant. Him just not go away. It's like every time we think the man gone, him just pop up back and we have to wear a mask again. I just wanted to see. That's why I said that Costa Rica game for me was the game that the JFF was on the edge, but he got a point. He got a point against Costa Rica, and then everybody say, I start watching the comments, and people I say, well, we can't fire Tapa right now because we got 1 point. I'm saying it's like a man, Ryan, it's like a man who owe you $1 million and then pay you back $50 out of it. And you say, him start pay you back. I don't think it was a
Can you
good
mute
look.
your background?
Um, it's still noisy.
No, you're fine now. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. It's a Merry Christmas, you know.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's when it come, brother.
Yeah, man. Blessed. I mean, I observe the whole transfer thing in Europe, you know, and may I say the Jamaican players them right now. So the only player I say really leave Jamaica and go to Europe and play in the top league was Jermaine Johnson because him actually leave Bolton Wanderers when Bolton Wanderers is not the Premier League. You
Yeah.
see?
At that time, the rule never in place, though.
Yeah, because it was easier to bring in the players then. But now watch a pattern with it right now and I find out so like you say Bailey start in Belgium, end up in Germany, then back in England.
And I'm watch a pattern with the transfer thing. I'm find out say the money thing I move around in a one circle. I'm find out say hard to left from a country and go into the big league like that. Them quick off taking at the small league and you work your way up to the big league. Just like this Mane that play at Liverpool. And then leave from France and then come to Southampton, then to Liverpool. So. No?
No, man, he leave from France and go Salzburg.
Okay.
And then go Salzburg and then go Southampton.
Okay, all right. So you see the pattern, right? I know one of the top strikers at Liverpool. You know, and he was that good all along.
Yeah.
He was that good all along. So I don't know. This with the MLS league, you can remember any players leave from the MLS league to the big league, other from the two US goalkeeper. You don't know what go on because it's a little bias to me on them side, but other from them too there. Bradfield and Casey Keller.
And my boy too, Howard.
And Tim Howard, yeah. You can remember any players leave to the big league.
Go to the Bundesliga.
No, to the big league in a Europe from MLS.
I think Dex went from the MLS to Dex again. You have a few more players, but them just can't come to my mind right now.
But
Dempsey as well.
Yeah, I think Dempsey went to Fulham. I think a few players, man. A few players.
Okay.
Even Altidore, I think, left. Altidore went to Southampton, right?
No, Sunderland.
Sunderland.
But we have to remember, US can't do that because US in the top in FIFA rank, they are top of the CONCACAF.
Okay, that's true.
But when me that want my Jamaican, if that's the road, plan, start to prepare, say, listen, I'm going to Belgium, spend 1 or 2 years, get the points, and then move to England.
That's true.
But
That's true.
our player them too comfortable. Them too comfortable in the MLS, Bridget.
No, not too comfortable. Them too easy to get comfortable. I'll say it that way there.
Yeah, too comfortable.
$$15 coming them just sit back. And there is more out there, man. You know, there is more out there where the players them can make them way up in the big league. And it's a over to Shamar Nichols now, boy. That man watch Europe league hard, you know. I watch every league in Europe, you know. Trust me. And right now, I know say good for Shamar Nicholson pocket, but for him career, I'm not gonna say boy in career I gonna move up the ladder. No, but for him pocket it all right. I know good money paid on in Russia because remember them take them this guy from Chelsea who used to play for Liverpool.
Oh,
Moses.
Victor Moses, him down there too.
All right, just notice them did not call him up in Nigeria anymore.
Yeah, him older now, man. A whole heap of team Victor Moses play for, you know.
Yeah, me know, but me just say, you know, the Russian league, it is good for mostly for the Russian team. Believe you me.
Yeah.
For a player to play in the Russian league and represent him country. Me not see that kick there night, you know, because you know right now them up on a full scale holiday. So and it now resume till February. You know?
Yeah.
And I not really love it, but give thanks to Shamar still because you know in pocket good, trust me, in pocket good. You know?
Most definitely.
But yeah, I just like my little reasoning that still, you know, and bless up yourself and big up JT, you know. Yeah man.
All right, enough respect, caller.
Yeah, man.
People, the phone line is open, man. People call in.
Yes, guys. This is a show that we're trying to get everything out there and just close off the 2021 year and go into the new year with a new set of topics. Hopefully a more positive light on Jamaican football. So let's call in, guys, and give your take. Guys, would you call back a Lamar Walker for the next setup? Or would you call back a Tyreek McGee? I think for me, over Lamar Walker, I would bring in a Tyreek McGee, as I heard that Paul Hall liked the player. He likes more technical player, but I think what Tyreek McGee has working against him, Ryan, is he doesn't give you anything defensively. He doesn't tackle. He doesn't tackle. And in a high press, you can't have players out there who don't tackle. That's what I hope Tyreek Magee evaluates that about his game, Ryan. He has to tackle. That's the difference with even Busy Atkinson. If you see Busy Atkinson for Cavalier, he's working hard on defense. But when it's time to go forward, he's flying up the pitch. And that's where I think that's where Tyreek Magee has to set up his game and actually just work a little bit harder off the ball. But let me know, guys, if you would bring back a Lamar Walker for the next game. I personally wouldn't bring back a Lamar Walker for the next
Yo,
game.
Lamar Walker play for Ravel Morrissey against United States. Let's go for this card. Tennessee a card. Big up to yourself, Chiller for Manila. Enough respect. You know how that go. Arsenal are go lose again in the Carabao Cup. Tennessee, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Well, go on, Ryan.
There, man, a long time, brother. Where you have the show, sir?
No, man. You know, too many Liverpool, man. You only come by the Jamaican team, man. They don't know that. That's about Liverpool, man. What I see about Liverpool at time, but I don't like that. See?
Yeah. You don't know the thing already, brother. I know that.
Yeah, man. I'm always listening to you guys, man. And things, man. But more time in the work and things, so that's why I still. So, but I'm always listening to.
Respect for that, man.
Yeah, man. So I want to say about Demarai and it look like him getting passport and thing.
Yeah, yo. Someone called me this morning and say, yo, somebody called me working at the passport office to deal with the documents and see them. Right? And that's why the other day when I think what the person we deal with we always talk to the media from the JFF. What's his name?
Wint?
Win.
Really?
When Win come, and that's how I know say from them time the way have problem. When him come and say in the Gold Cup, certain English-based player don't have them passport. When it was a lie, the man them have them passport and them use that as excuse and say the man them don't have them passport because they don't want to pick them. You understand? And it come back down to the test. The person called me and say, yo, Ryan, your boy is supposed to receive him citizen next week, Thursday. I think them start back work Wednesday. And him supposed to get him citizenship Thursday I come. And him supposed to by the 3rd or the 5th or something like so. Or the second week in January, I'm supposed to have the Jamaican passport. So basically we're ready for the game against Mexico if Paul select him.
I would use actually no.
Fast, quick.
Yeah, because Brian, I know for a longer time say they never want a certain player. See?
Yeah.
So that's another surprise. Say the whole process been slow because that me already in the back of my mind and that them do. You understand? Because they want to get to them people in our team.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we know that's a football in Jamaica already.
Yeah.
See? But it's a good agree. Get called up because maybe Leon Bailey not going to the team like that. Because Leon Bailey not playing the ball right now.
Yeah. You mean Jay, no?
You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Jay now. So hopefully everything go through and he gets it. You understand?
Yeah.
And as when me not talk about, we don't know, like maybe me know all pressure go there from Paul and things with the team, I think, but great night team still. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to see great night team. So hopefully it gets in time and that can come through because that's a good news still. Really good news. You understand? I'm based on what you tell I say, because I listen to you a long time. You know, say, when I say, I true, because, right, a long time you watch football, you know, brother. Zin? And me tell us, I think, when you say, your boy, they come for the show, and you say, Chapa is a good coach and thing. Wait. Me I listen to the show, too.
Who that? When you that about the Craig, the Andrew Price?
Andrew Price. Me know that your boy. So,
What do you mean by, sir? yeah, him give me my debut in the Premier League, but Ryan LFC, you know, addicted no bad. He's not my boy. He's a good friend of mine, and I respect him, but he's not my boy. He's not my boy.
No,
My
I'm respect him, because I remember when he support Whitestone, because that team we really like still, then.
yeah,
And remember when Whitestone just covered the Premier League, that team didn't play good. And things, we don't know what they there, and if they jump for the Premier League.
yeah, them out of the Premier League.
Yeah, but when Andrew Price that coach him, then it was a good team. But what me I say, you must say Chapa is a good coach and thing, and they beat Mexico and thing. But when me I say Ryan, you beat Mexico, when Mexico play the Confederation Cup with the strongest team, and they say the third string team come play you. Then, and in I see a match, where Mizaman was every match with Jamaica playing. And I see a match against Mexico, I goalkeeper save every single match. So you can't say, well, me not a goalkeeper part I team. But any team where a goalkeeper get man in a match in every match, you do have a good team. Because goalkeeper should not do so much work. I watch every match with Jamaica play. And that's how my worst performance. Grant you know, they make it to the final, I'm really glad. But Brian, that's my worst football I ever seen playing in my life. I tell you. Zin, remember in that match when they got nil with Mexico. Brian, me regularly watch the match, but I tell you, I goalkeeper alone.
Yeah, man, remember Andre Blake, man. I'm get player most player player of the tournament and the best goalkeeper.
The tournament. I am see a winner tournament, Brian. So when I was a Chapa, I'm good coach and very and this and that. Maybe me ratings in play with Jamaica thing. They say my legend, but Father a legend too. You understand because Father also play with Jamaica. Score goal and we got World Cup too. Then, but if I'm a legend, you can put that aside, you're a legend. But when you're a coach team, you're different thing. Then, not because you're a legend and your people say you're a legend, when I'm talking about the policy.
Yeah.
What if a big player, coach team, Zin, after they left the club, and they have the policies, I want to do they fire them.
Yeah.
You understand? Nobody don't care about them, you're a legend. Because I'm not going to get things and make them stuff. Because it last, in another World Cup qualifying and the World Cup, after a term is missing, another team comes straight and to tell them for the tapper. You know, the hope things can change, and we can move on with a better slate in 2022. You see me I say?
Yeah.
Because remember, Max, then Mexico got up, I remember Mexico lose too much back to back, you know. So they will cover Jamaica, got it. So, but I feel we can beat them still if we pick the right team.
Yeah.
See?
So
I'm not afraid that the man play defensively like how we are with that team.
So Tennessee, how you feel, new coach now, you feel, you still think we can do something, we still can pull off something, how you feel?
How you mean? Me still think we can do it. Well, me tell you, if we win, you say too much of a come, remember saying much with Panama, now I have no crowd, you know.
Yeah.
You see if we can get a good result against Mexico, beat them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we can beat Panama. But I think we can do it. If we have a right play, we can do it too.
Yeah.
But if we get two good results and then too much, yeah, everything come back right back to agree again. See?
Yeah.
I remember, Panama still have to go Mexico. They still have to go US. And have Canada to play the same way. So, I think we still, and Panama still, even though Costa Rica not so good, Panama still have to go Costa Rica too. See?
Yeah.
But we still think we have a good chance to qualify, no matter what nobody else. We still think we have a good chance. And once we pick the right team, and some man not come and sabotage the thing, because you have to look with that general. You understand?
I know that.
Some man not come and sabotage the thing, because if man them sabotage it, I mean, we can't say Paul a good coach and thing. But you see, the man have to want it to real. The players have to want it.
True.
And believe in their coach and want it. Because if man come and sabotage the thing, we not going nowhere.
True.
But we have hope so we can do it still. Because we still have 6 months, then just there in front of we by about, I think about 7 points.
Yeah.
Right, and if we can do well in another window, yeah, come in better. If we, after we play Panama,
Costa Rica too.
Mexico, yeah, Ryan, if we get some good results, everything can come right back in our hand. Right back in our hand. Because right now, we're still in our hand, you know. Because for the match, we have some tough match, you know.
True.
And
They have forgot the Azteca.
yes, and they have got US too.
Yeah.
And they still have Canada to play at home. And they have got Costa Rica too. So I believe we still have a chance. And you know, say, people say Costa Rica always still have watched Costa Rica. So people have overlooked Costa Rica, you know.
Yeah.
Costa Rica, they in front of it too.
Yeah.
You understand? We still have to watch Costa Rica because I don't look at them alone. We still have to watch Costa Rica. Costa Rica have an old team, but they can still, because they still have struggle too. And then they in front of it, even though people say, we're a better team than them still. See?
Yeah.
But I feel we still have a big chance. I feel we still have a big chance. See? And only thing we say, they should have fire Tapper more earlier.
Yeah.
Tapper should get fire. Tapper should get fire from before they go on Euros. You understand? But as we say, they fire him. We still have both teams can qualify. So, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, let me go for the chance, man. Taylor.
Yeah, man. Enough respect, man.
All right.
Yeah, people. Enough respect. People, the link, you see that link I pin, that's a WhatsApp group. If you guys want to join the nation, the Reggae Boyz Nation, join the group. And here's the rule, people. Anything speak in the group, stay in the group. If you share anything, nobody asks me to put you back in the group. I will kick you out of the group. Second thing, you must communicate in the group. Nobody come on and listen and not say nothing. Text message, voice message, join the Reggae Boyz group. You have something I'm not going to speak on here, and it's best for you guys to know. To join the group, I will put it in the group. And also my website, I'm going to put a lot of stuff on the website, so the link pin in the comment section. So if you guys want to join the Reggae Boyz Nation WhatsApp group, join it. Hit the like button, people. Let's go for this caller, Taylor. Caller, good evening. Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Toronto, Canada.
Okay, welcome, man. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Errol.
Errol. Okay.
Yes, and I'm very happy to be able to talk to you guys on the program. You've been doing an excellent job, and I really appreciate you and JT together on the program.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to share some thoughts about the Reggae Boyz and what's been going on. You know, if you will allow me.
Yeah, you can go ahead, man, but just keep it clean. That's kids can listen.
Of course. Yeah, what I want to say is I think that presently we have a tremendous opportunity to set a record in CONCACAF qualifying, because we have the raw material in terms of the cadre of players that we have now is better than we've ever had in our history, in my opinion. And I'm listening to an interview recently on our coach's desk with Professor Simoes.
Yeah.
And he confirmed that, in his opinion, the team now is better than the 98 team, the squad actually, in terms of what we have to pull from. So Paul Hall has a tremendous opportunity to become a legend himself if he can take this team, which has the ability, if he can get them to be united, to take on the challenge of running the table for the rest of the qualifying campaign. I believe we can do it. And if Demarai Gray is coming into the January window, if we can get Lewis Baker that to improve the CDM, the group of central defensive midfielders, and then if we can beef up the right back, like heard about Nathan Ferguson and this other guy, Kyle Walker-Peters, who are ready and willing to play, I don't think there's any stopping the Reggae Boyz. One other thing I would want to comment on is Tyrick McGee. I believe Tyrick McGee should be a sure pick for the squad. Even if he's not playing for his club, we don't know what the circumstances are, but Tyrick McGee, as a local-born player, has proven his quality, has proven his value to the team. In the Gold Cup, in the opportunity that Tapa gave him in the Costa Rica game, and again against Costa Rica, he showed his value. And as a young player, I think he's probably just 23, 22 or 23. He needs to be in that squad. And we can't allow his club situation to hold him back. And when we saw Tapa's inconsistency with picking players, I think he needs to be in that squad as a fixture and give him more playing time so that he can work his way in. Because as we see right now, there is no other more creative player than him, apart from Ravel Morrison. In fact, he should be Ravel's understudy.
True. That JT Taylor said many times.
Him and Ravel is on the pitch at the same time. I think, and with Leon Bailey, I think it would be like watching Brazil of old, you know. So those are some points I wanted to make regarding the team, and I'm just.
Oh shit! I made a mistake. Sorry, Carla. I'm sorry. I made a mistake, man.
Call him back. Call him back.
Customer you have called.
Sorry, man. I press something wrong button and get him off, man. Carla, sorry about that. I'm really, really sorry about that. I'm going to call him back. I can call straight. Sorry about that, Carla. Really, really sorry about it. You hear that, Taylor? That's the same thing you're saying. Tariq McGee should be the understudy.
Yeah, Tariq McGee, that's what I'm saying, that I think Paul Hall will call Tariq McGee back in the team as Tariq McGee. I think Paul Hall will go for players who are more technically gifted, Ryan, over players who are physical, because to play his style of play, you need technical
Yes,
players.
Carla, sorry about that. My hand touched the dial tone. Sorry, I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem, Ryan. No problem. These things happen sometimes, you know.
Yes, man. But you can finish. Say what you're saying, man.
Yes, I'm not sure at what point I got cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was saying that a couple of points I mentioned, that Demarai Gray coming in is great for the team. Paul Hall has a great opportunity to become a legend if he can set the team on a winning path. If we can just run the table, win everything, I believe it is not far-fetched with the quality of the squad that we have right now. And if we can beef up the central defensive midfield area, bring in Lewis Baker, and if we can bring in on right back Kyle Walker-Peters, Nathan Ferguson, all right, we can do great things. Tariq McGee, to me, is a must for the squad. He has proven his worth. He has proven his value to the team. We saw him in this Costa Rica game. Inconsistent picks for the team didn't help do him justice. He played him in this Costa Rica game and in the Gold Cup, and we saw what he could do there. He played him again in the Costa Rica game in the qualifiers, and again it was McGee's tremendous creative work that brought us the goal, that earned us that draw. So we heard what Ravel Morrison said about Tariq McGee from earlier on, that he sees him in the ilk of what's the guy's name from the Spanish guy?
Silva, David Silva.
Yes. And Jamaican fans would be overjoyed, I believe, to see McGee, strut his stuff in our squad. So those are the main points I want to say. McGee has to be there, and we shouldn't make the circumstances, which we don't know for sure happening in his club, hold him back, because we know what he can do in the Jamaican team, and with the kind of game that Paul wants to play, touch football and controlling the game and keeping the football on the ground, McGee is that's going to be right up his street. He's a creative player, and the only player like him in the team is Ravel Morrison.
Yeah.
So he belongs in that squad. It is my dream to see him and Ravel on the pitch at the same time. Just think about it. Ravel Morrison, Tariq McGee, and Leon Bailey on the field at the same time. Boy, that is like if seeing Brazil in their heyday, in my opinion. So I'm looking forward to stuff like that.
Okay, good. That's all you want to say, Carla?
I wish you guys a happy new year, and we look forward to the January window.
So Carla has been a regular person to the show, but the first time calling in.
Actually, this is the second time I am calling. I did call some time ago, but I'm a Reggae Boy fan from way back. I went to France in 1998, so I'm one of the senior fans of the Reggae Boys. I was around when Simoes build the squad for 4 years, and so we know what it takes. I was around when the other Brazilian coach, Clovis de Oliveira, was part of the backroom staff and the background staff building those under 20s and under 23 teams that went to the World Cup also. So yeah, I've seen what Jamaica can do, and I'm hoping now with Paul Hall coming on board that we will go back to those heydays, the halcyon days of Jamaican football.
Yes, Carla. Enough respect, Carla. Thanks for calling in, Bridget, and keep calling in. See, I would love for you to join the WhatsApp group, man. We discuss about football. I have a lot of things I want to say, but not on here, so you guys need to be in the WhatsApp group.
You. All right, man.
All right, enough love and respect, man.
Yeah, man. God bless.
Yeah. JT Taylor, you want to say something before we take the
Yeah. As the caller, I like what the caller is saying, but I think it would be a very risky. It would be a bit difficult starting Ravel Morrison and Tyreek Magee, right? And as those two players are similar, I think Tyreek Magee can be the change for Ravel Morrissey if you're not getting what you want from Ravel. But I think both players on the pitch at the same time, you will put a lot of pressure on your defense, as a lot of those two players don't give you much defensively. And as we don't know, maybe if we had an outright CDM like a Kevin Stewart, maybe out there on the pitch, then you could potentially start a Tyree Magee and Ravel Morrissey. But Ryan, before you take the next call, let me just go through some of the comments because we want to get everybody involved. Owen said Mag should be on the bench as the substitute for DJ and Rav. Please, Martin says no one wants to go through that Jamaican midfield. Giovanni Brown said it doesn't matter who play. We just need to play the players in the rightful position. Colin Quest says I don't care who get rid of them. Let's see. Tommy Grace says Rima man. Tommy Grace says what's up group boss man. The link is pinned in the comments, and I think Ryan will drop it again, Tommy, so you can join the Reggae Boy Nation. Tommy says big up Ryan and JT, and Mitchell Blazing says talk about the UK born, we can get them. Mitchell Balzan says that. Big up yourself, sir. Continue, Ryan.
Yeah. Big up to all the people. If you want to join the WhatsApp group, the link pin in the comment section, so you guys can just click on the link and join in it. We talk about sports, anything, but most of the thing about the Reggae Boys behind the scene. Sometimes I don't feel like to come live. I'll just give you guys an update so you guys can know. And no indecent language, no disrespect. Once you disrespect anybody, everybody views count. You understand? Everybody have them opinion. You disagree, you move on. No war, no any man talk about to them mad. None of that. No join in the group. You have to come out of the group. So I'm going to add JT Taylor in it and stuff. So you got let's go for this, Carla. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, Ryan.
Good evening.
Yeah. JT, I finished talk?
No, yeah, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, Ryan. JT, I know. Me like it. Me like the brother, but I lose half of him.
Oh.
You know me stay already, Ryan.
JT Taylor.
Me say, you know how me come across, you know. Me not in a foolishness right now. with your host, with this busy hacking to business, you know, brother. I no time for that yet, you know. The next time when we are going to qualify
for 26 we can talk about them player there. Right now our business time. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of these people trying to big up player. Big up player to try to get them in. I see a thing with this Jamaican thing. Right now, JTL have to understand what time is it. I'm a busy acting for time. You hear what I say? Yeah. And the next qualifying, we need some serious professional player. We don't need no mistake right now. Too much mistake. We go through too much mistake. You see what I say?
Yeah.
I come with this mistake thing all over again. Brother, me don't need that right now. Me glad for the young player them. When you see next cycle, next 4 years, we think about your busy Atkinson and your whatever. J. Taylor. I'm tired of get up and preach about this busy Atkinson like a campaign team. You can't deal with the campaign business right now, brother. You see what I say?
Yeah.
You can't deal with it, Ryan. Believe me, I tell you. Right now, I think about World Cup, brother. I think about Qatar, brother. You see what I say?
Yeah.
Me no want to hear nothing about no new player, no young player and this right now because the man them don't get the opportunity for a long time for bringing the young player them and try them out and something. Right now, me need player with experience for the next 6 months. Me need player with
Carla, where you gone?
I see all of them players who I talk about boycott Paul Hall for just understand himself, you know. Because we are going to judge him for them last 6 matches. And what am I going to do if I'm going to turn idiot like Whitmore? Because Whitmore did. Whitmore. I'm Ryan. You see the Panama match, brother? If we want to speak the truth, we have to speak the truth about the Panama match. Whitmore set up Jamaica when it come on to the Panama match there. Whitmore play, I don't know, Federation make Whitmore play all of them match, all of them play there. Federation wanted them to play, but Whitmore was the coach. And Whitmore shoved them out there. How could you take a Anthony Grant out of that? And we not have no see them for how long. And you take a Anthony Grant out of the match. Who plays so good in Mexico. Right? And we needed that Anthony Grant to stay in the midfield with Bravel and Johnson. We needed that backup and you take him out. Because you are trying to please, trying to show us the Federation are bringing English player and try to sink with. And I think, and you see it play back on him and he's sinking on himself. You understand what I say?
Yeah.
So we don't need no busy Atkinson right now, J. Taylor. That's all your corners with that. You understand what I say? We don't need no more mistake. We need go forward thing. We need player with experience. We need player who are going to put me a Qatar, brother. And that me have to say, Ryan. Have a good night.
All right, my boss. Enough respect. JT Taylor got answer to you, so.
Yes. I didn't get the caller's name, and big up yourself, caller. Respect. I've learned the YouTube space, and I've learned that people take your comments in a whole nother. As I said, Ryan, I'm looking forward to Busy Atkinson playing in the friendly game, and if he shows enough, there is a spot where he can either come in for Javon East, Lamar Walker. Who else? Who else we have in there, Ryan? We have Alvas Powell. We have O'Neill Fisher. That's four. We have a Haka. That's 5 potential players that shouldn't be in the squad. So what I'm saying is, if there's 2 players that perform very well, Ryan, in the friendly game, they should be able to be in the regular squad, because then why are we bringing 5 players that are not contributing? That's what I'm saying. If they go down to Peru, which is a tougher team than Mexico, and Busy Atkinson have a great game, I think you can bring in a player like that and have him on the bench to come in as a change up. Because this is what I'm saying to you, Carla. Sometimes when you have players chopping to make their debut, in a national stadium. Like they see a young player like that, Ryan, he has the whole stadium behind him. You don't even know the amount of adrenaline that's going through that player. Him can go out there and do something spectacular for you. So
True.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he should be in the squad. And I'm saying that Paul Hall keep the squad open, Ryan, in a way where the squad is not finalized until the game against Peru. Because if there's 3 or 4 players, you're gonna have Topi, you're gonna have all those guys, Jordy and Fletcher. If you have those go out there and they perform very well against Peru, there is 5 spots in the team right now that is questionable. And you can bring in 2 players who would potentially give you more than what a O'Neill Fisher can give you, a Giovanni can give you, a Alvis Powell can give you, a Lamar Walker can give you. Those players are Haka can give you. Those players have shown us what they can do. So that's what I was saying in Carla. I was saying for the friendly game, I said the friendly game for me is going to be very important against Peru because if there's 2 or 3 players that shows that they can play football and they're ready for the next step, they should be called up for that game. That's what I'm saying. I'm not taking up a spot from a top player because we know the players we want. There's 2 players that we should get back, Ryan, which is Jamal Lowe and Blair Turgot. So then after we bring in those 2 players, there's still another 3 spots up for grab with Alva Powell, O'Neill Fisher, and Javon Watts' spot. So that's all I'm saying to the caller. So I'm not saying Dizzy Atkins is going to come in now and change the game, guys. I said, listen to what I'm saying, caller. I said the friendly game against Peru is very important because why you going to have these 5 players in the team that's not contributing to us? They're not contributing to us, guys. That's all I'm saying, caller. But big up yourself. I get what you're saying. You're down to the seriousness of business right now. You're saying, the caller is saying basically there's no room for error. There's no room right now to try out players. We have stage. Point taken there, caller. But get what I'm saying. There's always room for improvement. There is always room for improvement. And as we know, these players are protesting right now. We have players who are protesting, and I'm happy they're protesting because they are making Paul Hall's job easier. They are removing themselves from the team so where we can bring in players who will actually contribute to the team, right?
Most definitely, Taylor. I agree with some of the thing with Taylor. That's why I laugh. Cause sometimes bridging the caller, them probably not listen and they misinterpret it. Way I say.
Yeah.
Let's answer to this caller. Caller, good evening. Welcome to the show, caller.
Big up yourself, Ryan, and your panel.
Yeah, have JT Taylor. My next
Yeah, big up.
co-host. People more want to support the show in minute day. And JT Taylor, the man who run things in minute day. I'm a Jersey boy, so I support the thing.
Yeah, man, I tune in all the time. I listen to you guys, but first time really calling in and stuff like that. I think you guys are doing an amazing job. You know, I always listen and stuff like that. For me, in terms of Aka, I think Aka needs to just give it a break right about now. For the rest of the players that are really protesting, I think it's better for Paul Hall, to be honest. So we could actually leave these players out because, I mean, these players don't seem like them have Jamaican football at heart. Because if you're playing for the country and stuff like that, why are you protesting? I mean, Whitmore, I mean, he's been a good servant for the national, for Jamaica for over a decade, we could say. We still remember those 2 goals he scored in the World Cup and stuff like that. But in terms of the coaching department, he was actually not the man for the job. And rightfully so, you know, you get fired and stuff like that. So it's just time to move on. So the player will supposed to just rally around the next coach instead of they're talking about protesting. So that's my little point.
All right, enough respect, man. Carla, where you calling from?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, but Jamaica by heart. You don't know go already.
All right, most definitely, man. I want you to join the WhatsApp group, Bridget. See it?
Yeah, man, I do that, man.
All right,
Yeah,
enough
man,
respect,
bless
man, for calling to the show,
right.
yeah?
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Cool.
Yeah. You see it? Me now say it, Taylor now say it. Everybody else say, Aka can just get the team a walk now. You understand? We can get better young player. It don't make no sense you have a player in our team or 30, you know them 36, 37. You understand? how that will benefit our football. What I tell to some of the young holding midfielder in the country, we cannot get a look in, but yet still a player like a Jevan Watts out. Me I go see because him not playing football for a long time. So when is the last game him play? November? Let us see if I'm going to be in the team.
He's in the squad for the Peru game. I think that game as well is a tryout. It's a tryout for yeah, it's a tryout for a lot of these players. And that's what I'm saying to you, Ryan, is Paul Hall is playing a chess move here. Paul Hall knows he can't just throw away some of these players because people, the same how you see those local players jump up, them local players will start coaches start jump up and say, you see how Paul Hall come and him remove all of the local players them and a be an Englishman in the team. You know how Jamaican people talk. So I think Paul Hall has to play this thing very carefully and he's doing it right. So what I'm saying is some of the players who are holding out and boycotting, they're making Paul Hall's job much easier because now Paul Hall doesn't have to remove them. Because the second thing is they won't be playing football, so they can't say they are in form and they're not in the team. You're just not playing football, that's why you're not in the team. So they're doing a good job by helping us and saving us the headache by holding out. Because right now, O'Neill Fisher doesn't have a club. If O'Neill Fisher is holding out, thank you, O'Neill Fisher. It's amazing. You made Paul Hall's job much easier. You open up a space for a player who's potentially playing. And just for one of the commenters, is it Mitchell Balzans? Yeah, he said that if Sterling can be in the team, Sterling cannot be in the team, my friend. Sterling has so many caps for England. I don't know if you understand how football works. You can't play for two countries. You can't just play for England and then switch over to Jamaica.
Probably new. It's a English. It's a
Yeah,
English.
man. Blase, yeah, he's new to the thing. Yeah, man, he's new because even Storage and those players, that was a player that I wanted to see play for Jamaica, but England has. This is why it's important to get Demarai Gray right now because I think Southgate would try to give him a cap and then bench him very quickly. So I think it's important that Jamaica really grab this player right now and give him his debut for Jamaica.
Carla, just a second there. You see the midfielder, holding midfielder, brother, who play for Leeds United or play for the England. What's his name again? Philip is a player that's supposed to represent for Jamaica, you know. And England go cap him. So we want to cap Gray that England don't cap him. And so Garrett so clear them do, you know, for stop us from getting them, you know. Yeah, Carla, got you. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Where you calling from?
Well, go on, Ryan. Yeah, man, big up yourself. See your call, second time I call for that Bronx. You know.
Repeat this.
CT, I call for that Bronx. Second time call.
Yeah, man. Speak up a little bit, though.
Yeah, man, you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, big up. I like you show tonight and thing. Big up here, them, and they are one of the more fluent, you know, on the YouTube thing.
Yeah, Carla.
Yeah, man, big up here.
Yeah, man, go ahead, man. Enough respect, man. Enough respect. Blessings.
Yeah, man, I like the fight and the create the yards in the area. You give that put out certain thing when a certain man put out, then after you're more hard, you know, go hard and done. Yeah, so I like the squad. I like the squad we have, okay. You don't know, if I have Demarai come off my bench, a crazy thing I'll go on. Mikel Antonio, I done as general already. So yeah. And Taylor, if you just make sure thing always about when you tell in the team, man, because I miss the man put out some real sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, big up the thing, man. Let's go and hold it on. I like 11 we have there on it.
Yeah, man. A JT 11, man.
Yeah, man, thing different.
Yeah.
I like one thing about 11 that's still eat up in the 11, brother, because we're not a better defender than him.
Yeah. Over who would you play Ethan Pinnock, though?
If you say, Liam Moore, I will fight, brother. Some people Liam Moore could have played up more. That's my view. That's it. Like, I'm I will fight, you know.
Yeah.
And I see them, but you know, Liam, Ethan Pinnock also.
He can play right back. He play right back for him club too, you know, and play all in midfield.
He play in champions, play like right back, but we can't play Damon over them and the brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, brother, and just go and do it. Like, Terry McGinn and Miguel, but you couldn't put in Speedy, because Speedy, you want to tackle in there, so Anthony Grant a better seat in this one. So if you are Rory and Terry McGee forward, you have somebody to tackle.
Yeah.
Feeding out should be in tackle it. So you don't know. Let's just go on this team and make good sense prevail. What do you mean?
All right, enough respect, Carla. Respect.
All right, big up General.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Bless up yourself, caller. Thanks for the motivation because it's good that the callers sometimes appreciate, Ryan, that we try to do some research and try to bring to you guys some clarity. We're not right on everything, and sometimes that's why I even have to ask in the comments if I don't know something. I ask because the Ryan, some of these fans they know a lot about football. Some of these fans, they're on their game, and this is what I love about the internet. The internet makes it that we can't come on here and talk a bunch of nonsense because everybody have a phone and everybody can go look up the information and see that what we're saying. Somebody talked about Mason Greenwood. I think, Ryan, if Jamaica goes to the World Cup, if we qualify, Mason Greenwood would go to the World Cup with Jamaica.
Yeah.
I think that's what would sway Mason Greenwood to come to Jamaica is if we qualify for the World Cup because then I think he would rub it in England face
Yeah.
because even right now at Manchester United, he's not happy what they're doing to him at Manchester United. They're playing Rashford over him, and Rashford, to me, Cristiano Ronaldo has passed his prime. Mason Greenwood, to me, is a young, more clinical
Yeah.
striker
Bad.
than Rashford. And I think Mason Greenwood would play for Jamaica if we qualify. I don't think Mason Greenwood would come in right now and potentially because if Jamaica doesn't qualify, he would have potentially have the chance to play for England in the World Cup. So I think he wouldn't come to play for Jamaica
What
right
about
now.
Mason? What about Oldgate, the defender for Everton, who plays centre back?
I think those players are on the edge, Ryan. Of if listen, you see, if Jamaica did qualify for this World Cup, Ryan, we
Yeah.
would all those players would be available for Jamaica. We would have a squad that can compete for the World Cup. I think we would have a squad as good as England. We would have a squad as good as England if we were supposed to qualify. So this is why it was so upsetting, bro, that the JFF didn't see the opportunity that we had to get the coach out earlier and get a man in there who can get us. Ryan, even if we had 14 points right now, we would have 70% on our
Nah.
way to the World Cup.
Yeah.
2 wins. If we get 2 more wins, guys, if we got 2 more wins, we would
The
have be on our way to the World Cup.
win the Costa Rica game, or should I win the El Salvador?
Salvador game.
Them 2 games there, come back right now and haunt us. We should have.
And Ryan, another young player that the young player that I'm looking forward to is Omari Hutchinson for Arsenal, that youth player. I don't know if people see that player in the youth program for Arsenal, and he wants to play for Jamaica. He is playing lights out every week for Arsenal, and those are players who are repping Jamaica, and I think those players are ready for their call up as soon. I know he's young right now, but it's gonna be very interesting. That's why I think one of the caller from Canada said something that I agree with. And I said to Ryan when the Gold Cup, I said, Ryan, if we lose the first 3 games, I always remind people, and we fire the coach and Paul Hall took over, Jamaica would go to the World Cup. Right now, I still think that if Paul Hall beat Mexico, Jamaica will win the rest of their games because the team will start believing that we have what it takes to win if we beat Mexico, Ryan. So and that tells me that the players would be buying into Paul Hall's theory very quickly. So let's see this Mexico game. It's gonna be very important. Well, the Mexico game is the World Cup finals for Jamaica. Basically, Jamaica has to win.
beating Mexico at home. That's going to, and don't forget Mexico and last 2 games them play them lose. Them in a situation where we in a situation they has to win because they find themselves sitting third right now. No, fourth. Them the fourth. Them the fourth car. Canada the top.
Right, Ryan Smith Rowe got Jamaican heritage, right?
Yeah, Smith Rowe. I think him father is a Jamaican.
Yeah, but they just capped him for England.
Other than
Tommy.
that, bro, that's what
Yeah.
England do.
Yeah.
That's what I say we should have do it. All of these players cap them from early.
Yeah. But Ryan, I don't think it's easy to cap those players from early because this is my theory. A lot of these players that we talk about, they are exhausting their time. They're waiting to see if they're going to get that call up for England. I think a lot of these players, England is their first choice, and if England keep overlooking them, they will play for Jamaica. So when I think some of these players are having a good season and there's a buzz around them, I don't think a lot of them will jump into the Jamaican team like that. I don't think it's just as easy to cap players for Jamaica because they have Jamaican heritage. We have to learn that a lot of these players also had hopes of playing for England. I'm being realistic, Ryan. I'm being realistic. If you were born in England and one of your parents is Jamaican, just like Macy Greenwood, it's a choice, it's a decision. Macy Greenwood can either play for Jamaica or play for England. But him and his agent and his parents, they're gonna discuss, does this boost, does this help Macy Greenwood's status as a player coming to play for Jamaica? That's something you have to take into consideration. Him playing for England, it's gonna give him a bigger uh, highlight. He's gonna be on a bigger scale. More teams are gonna look at him playing for England. So players, you have to keep into consideration the players stock on the market. How a player see their stock on the market, and does playing for Jamaica help stock on the market? Demarai Gray, he unfollowed the English FA the moment that racist thing came out. You can see that he was just over it and he started to follow the JFF.
Just
So, these are some of the things that can shift a player's mindset, but it tells you that he was following England. So he wanted to play for England, but he's not he's at a place now where he says, you know what, I'm gonna represent Jamaica. So fans, we have to be realistic. We can't just see a big player and says, okay, this player is Jamaican background. He automatically wants to play for Jamaica. You have to take into consideration where Jamaican football is right now, and we're in a chaotic place where we just got Paul Hall and we're trying to steady the ship right now. So let's keep these things in consideration. I think Macy Greenwood will be on board if Jamaica qualifies for the World Cup.
Because that would be a big option in the going
Yes.
to the World Cup tail. And this is what me look at Canada. I'm not lie, bro. I'm jealous of Canada, bro. What the man them has been involved, and they probably be the first team to qualify for the World. Bro, I'm jealous of them, bro. I wish a Jamaica in that position. Trust me, I'm not lie to you, bro. Them play some good football. They deserve to be there, but oh my God. And I keep on say, why the JFF wait so late to get rid of that person? Jesus Christ. I'm not going to call a person the name. I could say that person. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
JT,
yeah.
man, Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah,
Miss.
for the New Year's, Ryan, we will forbid everybody to call that person by his name on on the channel in 2022. And by the way, Ryan, so this will be my last show for the year because I'm going to Africa on Tuesday. I will be in Africa for vacation for a week and a half. I need to take my little daughter and get her some sunshine. I will be going to the beautiful African island of Cape Verde, which is a Portuguese island. It's my second time going there. It's a really nice place. So I'm
Yeah.
going there on Tuesday for a week and a half. I have to get my daughter some sunshine, and let her know that the world is not just a dark, wet, snowy place. So this is my last show for 2022, guys, and it's been an amazing 2022. 2021, I mean, it's been an amazing year, guys. You gave me my chance, my first chance, Ryan. I want to thank you again for bringing me on 2021 talking about football. I always used to watch you when you came on and you with your jersey and you passionate about the football thing, and you guys kept me going. You guys were the only place I could have got news on Jamaican football. So you guys did a lot for me even before I came on the show. So
Most definitely, bro. I remember the first time you came on, bro, where it was having so much problem. I mean, I say, yo, bro, I'm trying my best to get you on the show and thing. And for something, it just worked. And from this, the chemistry is there with me and your brethren. Trust me. I hope you have a good time in motherland with your daughter. And enjoy the moment, bro. Enjoy it, bro. The greatest thing to have that bond with your daughter.
Yeah, yes. Let me get some more comments before you take. So Ryan, we will just run this show on the 2.5 hour mark, guys. So we have another 30 minutes. Um, because we're just wrapping up everything about what happened this year, and we're glad we have a new coach, guys, to start off the new year. Let me just read a few comments, Ryan, before you take the next caller. Sensi King says, y'all know Greenwood won't play for Jamaica too. He will be on England squad. Ian Campbell said Emil Smith Rowe would have played for Jamaica if he was approached. All right. Patrick Hodes says, got you, Owen Owen. However, he is putting in the work. He is 27. Yes. Therefore, I think you are writing him off a bit too soon. Mad Vibes, back with the Mad Vibes here. Facts. There's a reason Daniel Jameson isn't a Canada. I saw the Canada jersey. Yet these kids want to play with the best. It boosts their career. Facts. Ian Campbell said Macy Greenwood will represent Jamaica. I think Ian Campbell got some inside information we don't have. Mitchell says, "What are we going to do, man? Take all the players who can play, can't make the England squad, that's never going to get us the World Cup glory." All right. Patrick Riley says Ferguson is ready to play. Tommy says, bro, if Mason Greenwood plays for Jamaica, he would score over 200 goals for us before he retires. Mitchell says, big up. Hope you have a great time with your daughter. Blessings, Mitchell. Ian says, Canada will finish fourth in the octagon. Check out their remaining games. Rajan Grant says, says Cape Verde is a nice island. Sensi says, big up yourself, African fam. Raja said they are actually in the African Cup of Nations, and most of the players are born in Portugal. That's a fact. Colin Quest says Negril are the best place on earth. Mad Vibe says also developed from within. So does the USA. You have to create a culture. These guys want to come into MLS, working wonders for them. Fox Ryan, your show help us who are overseas to be closer to Jamaica. Big up yourself there, Tommy. Please, Martin says only being a what? Did you Djibouti in Canada. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that in Africa correctly. Have fun, man. Mitchell Garden says, or Mikhail Garden says, know what? Jamaica got fight and talent and everything else. Jamaica land we love. Patrick Ones, agree with you on that, Owen. Owen, he is a very intelligent individual and he knows exactly what he needs to do. Okay, please, Martin says, England squad is trash, anyways. Jersey boy just entered the chat says, please respect England.
Respect England.
Yes. So let's take a few more calls, Ryan, before and we close off in the 2.5 minute mark, which is another 23 minutes. We want to big up everybody. Big up everybody and congrats to the winners of $100 says J Any Weather. We want to big up everybody in the chat. Tennessee, Lewis, Ian Campbell, Raja, James, all these guys for a good 2021 season of talking Jamaica. My social is Tommy. My social is solids. SOLYDZ on Instagram. Tommy. SOLYDZ solids on Instagram. Yeah, Ryan. 2021 has been an interesting year for Jamaican football. I think you guys, Ryan, like channels like you and everybody else, you guys made Jamaican football feel closer to us. We were feeling so distant with even a coach never does interview or press conference. We had to get information from you guys and Simon and everybody. So it was this is the closest I've been to Jamaican football since being overseas, and thanks to you guys. You have any callers on there, Ryan?
No, no more caller. Get a lot of missed call, but miss.
Just give what back the last caller call who you missed the call. So Daniel Johnson, guys, do you think Daniel Johnson should be back in the team next? I think Daniel Johnson will be back in the team. I think Daniel Johnson, this is just my speculation. I think Daniel Johnson was frustrated that whenever he came to play for Jamaica, Tapa played him as a defender. I think he got burnt out. He's not that player at Preston Ryan. When you look at Daniel Johnson, he's an attacking playmaker. He's getting MVP for some of his games
Yeah.
on the attack. So I think when he came to Jamaica, he was just exhausted because he came after a long week of playing championship football. He came to a team that he is playing defense. He was playing defense with Speedy Williams. And I think another thing, Ryan, is I think Paul Hall is also on the phone, um, convincing a lot of these players that listen, guys, I'm here. Paul Hall, the mechanic, is in town to fix the Juta bus and start the Juta bus. Cause Tupper right off the Juta bus, you know, guys. Tupper right off the Juta bus.
Bro.
The man crashed the Juta bus. So now Paul Hall come and we are try to screw up back the engine and get in back the windows them. Cause we have to fling out some players and mash out some window and then we get in some new window and them thing there. So I think Paul Hall is calling some of these players like Daniel Johnson and said, listen, Daniel Johnson, we need you back in the team and things are gonna be different. You're not gonna be playing centre back for Jamaica. You're gonna be playing your rightful position. So I'm looking forward to having Daniel Johnson back in the team. And I'm looking, guys, look how much we hyped up Ravel Morrison all summer. Guys, Ravel Morrison hasn't played 90 minutes for Jamaica yet. Till this day, Ravel Morrison hasn't played 90 minutes for Jamaica. How sad that is.
Bro, can't believe it, bro.
Can't believe that Ravel Morrison hasn't played 90 minutes for Jamaica.
Mm.
Theodore Whitmore has one last thing about Theodore Whitmore. He has the skill of making a mess of things. He's amazing. Theodore Whitmore was amazing at making a mess of things. It's the guy who show up at the wedding and kick over the cake. I dance too much and just kick over the cake and just crash the wedding. That's what Theodore Whitmore did to us, Ryan. Him come mash up the cake and mash up the wedding. But I think we are trying to scrape up back the cake off of the floor and look if nobody now look and slice it up back again and hand it out. Because it's a dirty cake we hand out right now. It's messy. it's, it's a messy cake right now, guys. So this year was tough for Man United, Jamaica national fan. Yes, guys. Bobby Reed, Colin Quest says Bobby Reed is the only English player not so good, but Paul Hall will put him in his right position. I said that to Ryan early in the year that Bobby Reed for me was a player coming off the bench after 60 minutes. People thought I was mad. People thought I was crazy. This year was also a year of validation that I actually do make some sense when I talk about football. I don't know everything, but I tried to learn some stuff. And I told you guys, Bobby Reed wasn't a starter. Unfortunately, you guys had to learn the hard way. Bobby Reed scored one amazing goal and then got COVID-19 and just disappeared. Respect to Bobby Reed though. People don't misunderstand this. I respect Bobby Reed for his loyalty to Jamaica. Bobby Reed showed up every time he was called on. Um, but for some reason, I think maybe the coach affected Bobby Reed's game. I don't think Top Up gave Bobby Reed the confidence he needed as a player. So Bobby Reed was always played out of position. He wasn't, he just, I think a lot of the players, how Topper destroyed their confidence was like this. They showed up and they didn't know if they were going to play. They didn't know if a player who wasn't as good as them were going to start over them. And I think that destroyed a player like Blair Turgott. Blair Turgott had, I think, over 10 goals this season. You know what they call Blair Turgott at this club in Sweden? They call Blair Turgott the goal machine. The goal machine, the same Blair Turgott who cannot get a call up for Jamaica. He's known in Sweden as the goal machine for his club. Though his club got relegated, Blair Turgott was one of the best players on his team. Blair Turgott only got like 5 minutes in the World Cup qualifiers. The entire World Cup qualifier, Blair Turgott got 5 minutes. Ravel Morrison only had like 20 minutes on the park. Ravel Morrison had the first half against Panama, and then he got another 10 or 15 minutes previously, I think, against the United States. So Tupper has destroyed the confidence of a lot of these players who came in to play for Jamaica, motivated. A lot of players who saw Jamaica as a new start for them. He didn't, because guys, football is like this now. Football is not about coaching anymore, just coaching, Football now is also about international football is about man management. When international football, you're not just dealing with people off the street, you're dealing with players who are getting millions to play football. You're dealing with professionals. It takes a certain level of skill and intelligence of how to deal with these players. If you remember a player by the name of Balotelli, when he won the EPL with Manchester City, and it took a specific coach to handle Balotelli. We know Balotelli and all his drama, but that coach got the best out of Balotelli that season. And if you look at even that goal that they scored against, I don't remember if it's QPR to win the champ. Balotelli got that assist. Balotelli was dominating, and he was having a lot of problems. He was having a lot of problems. So people has to realize that. I think this is where Paul Hall is a gift from God for Jamaica. I think Paul Hall understands man management. I think Paul Hall took the classes and the courses. I think when you get a pro license, part of the requirement is also knowing how to manage players, how to handle different personalities. And I think Tapa missed that part. Not just that part, he missed a lot of parts. He missed the part where I think Tapa never show up at the class where them teach you how to make substitution, or the part where they teach you how to put the right 11 on the pitch. So Paul Hall, I think, is a man that will come in and solve those things, because those are things that can be solved immediately. Those are things that can be solved immediately. It's not a rocket science. It's not rocket science. Your girl Sasha says, Ryan, you are the best YouTube channel on football. 2022 Jamaica is going to set the football world on fire, starting with a Mexico Jamaica 3-1 thrashing, probably. Yes, 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 yes. I would say Bobby Reed. I rather root for Saudi Arabia over England. At least they'll try if they can even get into the World Cup. Lloyd O'Connor says Tapa was promoted based upon his success as a player. The job was above his competence level. I blame the JFF for that Peter principle screw up. Ryan, I'll give you the last word and let you finish it off. And great show, amazing.
Great show, brother. Great show. I want to say my Wi-Fi I messed up, bro. So excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. But yeah, man, I really appreciate you come and share your thought. I know I would do the gray thing and probably do 20 minutes, but I have no idea to see me I go so long. So I appreciate you come and forward and stuff, Bridget. Nothing but love and respect for you, Bridget. You have
Blessings.
add
Same here.
a lot to the community. All of these fancy mic you see all over the place. And you are the one who make we get it. All of them WhatsApp calling, show you. You're the one who get it and stuff. So really appreciate what you come had to the community, brother, and make fans can have a voice to express themselves. They can call in more and more and stuff. So
Yes.
just
And 2022, Ryan, we will find ways to grow as well. We'll find ways to give the fans a better experience. Anything that's out there that can give the fans a better experience, we'll find it. We'll find it, guys, because that's I love to progress, and that's a thing. As a Jamaican, I pride myself on. I pride myself on progressing and improving. Big up yourself, Fresh God, who has been one of the stalwarts and one of the most loyal YouTube fans. And those guys, J Ross, Fresh God, Shatta, all those guys, Ian, Lloyd, Raja, everybody, Martin, your girl Sasha, Tommy, like all these guys. I just special edition. I just remember these names. These guys have been there all year, going through the traumas and the pitfalls of Jamaican football. You guys have been through it with us.
That's how I'm gonna buy all of the thing them for wrap up there. You see them card there all over the place.
Okay, okay. You're gonna
See,
tape them around the mic.
yeah.
Is
So
Gray hurt, Ryan? Which Gray you talking about? Special edition.
the grade that we're talking about. He's hurt. At this moment, he's supposed to come back the 31st or the 30th this month. Him
Which is
hurt.
that? Andre Gray?
No man. Demarai Gray.
Demarai. Yes, he missed a few games. Noble Ultra Graphics says you
Him
see how. Oh, go
I
ahead.
think, oh, continue, sorry.
Yeah, Noble Ultra says, you see how some people go on like say English-based players alone have the potential. John Barnes have spoken on Talawa TV and have full belief in. Well, Noble, if you listen to me on that thing, you know I've always said that. I always said that the most important thing is to find that core squad in Jamaica that's ready to go, and then you're bringing the best players you need from England to put the icing on the cake. That's what we need. You see me say bringing the best players from England to put the icing on the cake. But as I said, we always have to leave that door open for local Jamaican players who are competing every year, year in year out. I believe the best players from your local league has to get an opportunity to compete for a position in the squad. Listen what I'm saying carefully, not saying a starting position, not saying anything. I just said you have to award or reward your local players with the opportunity to compete in the squad. And I'm only talking about the best, the ones who have the best season, the ones who have shown the most improvement and the most progression. Because we're not gonna just take up local players either and put them in the squad anymore because they are local players. We want the best. We want the best out of England and we want the best out of Jamaica. That's the only way we're gonna have a perfect team. And we need the balance. We need that balance. Because right now, to me, the best players we have in the team are English based players at this point. And I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm one of the persons who call for local based players. But the best players we have in the team right now, in most position, is English based players. And I think this is what Topper didn't understand, that we can always keep that mindset and the strategy of having local players in the squad. But when you pick the squad, it's the best 11 that needs to be on the pitch. Even when you pick the squad and you have local players, it's the best 11 needs to be on the pitch. Because from a man in the squad, all the politics need to end. I don't care how much politics you want to have before you pick the squad, but when the squad pick, we need the best 11 from the squad on the pitch. And I think that's where the problem came in. Because we could have lived with some of Tupper's politics, but his politics even got to the point where players wouldn't even make it on the pitch. That's where the problem came in. Man would be in the squad, but him still can't play because the politics. We want to remove that. The best 11 needs to be out there. And at this point, most of the best 11 is the players like a Javian Brown out of the MLS, a Craig Lee, Demarai Gray. No, it's not the time for Lamar Walker or O'Neill Fisher. Those guys, they've exhausted their opportunity. No, but also say I have no problem with bringing in overseas based players as long as they are good enough. So I have to agree with whether it's local or that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Demari reported to have COVID, so maybe return early January. Okay, thanks for that, Spider. Thanks for that update. Yeah, this new COVID variant is running rampant. This one is Ravel Marsa just came back off COVID. Michael Antonio just came back off a COVID-19 thing. So it's going hard. Mr. Special Edition said JT, and the sad reality is some Jamaican based local players aren't even fully committed. They are talking about boycotting games, not to benefit and help. Yeah, bro, it's crazy, bro. It's you see the same players that tell you, they're selfish, man. They would rather play for Jamaica, even if we're losing. If you tell you how selfish some of those local players are, they would rather hold the team hostage and lose every World Cup qualifier game as long as they're on the pitch. That tells you that these guys are not real patriots. They don't love Jamaica. Them love the opportunity if you get a bigger contract and,
Bro, them
and,
love
and put on the jersey.
top of them love, bro. Top of them say, and a top of them love. People like the video, people like the video. And guess what now, people? The link pin in the comment section right now, it's a WhatsApp number for the Reggae Boyz Nation. So sometimes I don't want to speak, sometimes I don't want to make video. I prefer to talk in the WhatsApp group. But if here are all the rules, guys, if you're just joining, special edition, fresh God, all of you guys, here's the rule. If you share or screen record anything out of the group, you're going to get kick out of the group. In decent language, kick out of the group. You have to keep it clean because we have every type of people in the group and we want to keep it clean and we want to respect everybody's opinion. Sometimes you not agree with a person, you can disagree, and sometimes you have to be agree with the person and then move on. That's football. So we want to have it as much as possible. So if you want to join the Reggae Boyz group, you guys can join the group. The link pin in the comment section. Also, this is the exclusive interview with John Barnes speak about he would love to be the Reggae Boyz coach one day again because he have some thing unfinished business to do with the Reggae Boyz. So I just pinned the link. You guys can click on that link and go and listen to what John Barnes said if you haven't seen that interview. It was a very good interview. And hopefully one day we can get John Barnes involved in the football for the Reggae Boyz. So yeah, JT, over to you, back. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man, no problem, Ryan. That was it for me again, guys. Thank you, guys, very much, and enjoy the rest of your 2021. Peace and love, blessing to your family. Let's keep blazing the Jamaican flag and raising the Jamaican flag, and hopefully, guys, you know what's so sad? Like, if Jamaica doesn't qualify for this World Cup, I know I would have get to meet a lot of these guys and a lot of these fans in Qatar. A lot of us would meet up there and actually have a good time, a good party and represent Jamaica. But let's watch and see. But I'm still optimistic, guys. I'm still optimistic with Paul Hall as the coach. Trust me, if Theodore Whitmore was the coach, I wouldn't be so optimistic anymore. So let's look forward to the future. And as I said, 2022, we won't use Tapa's name anymore. Tapa's name will be no longer mentioned from my part on the channel. You see me, I say? So big up your guys self, big up on yourself for the rest of the year, guys. You don't know anyone of there around the world, cause them say Jamaicans they anywhere oxygen there. So any planet on the pan, anywhere the Jamaicans them they any one of the fans them they una some of the loyalist people me meet in the football fraternity. Big up on yourself. Hopefully we can make it to Qatar and link up in a Qatar the real way, guys. Even though you can't drink no alcohol down there. If I have a bun a spliff or something in the desert. You know the thing, go right. Big up yourself, right?
Enough respect, Bridget, and I appreciate you coming in. So people, um, I don't know when again, but just keep tuning in and stuff. Join the WhatsApp group and big up on yourself, people. Enough love and respect. People, check out the merchandise, people. The best way you can support is to hit the like button, buy the merchandise, and give a donation. Would appreciate it, people. So, have yourself a good New Year's. Hopefully, we'll be back. Yeah, we'll be back sometime. But JT Taylor, I want to tell you, brother, all the best. Safe journey to motherland, and make sure that you give your daughter the full opportunity for everything she needs to be one successful. Hopefully, she can be the president of Sweden or Denmark one day. So we have
Sweden, she's Swedish, so
Sweden. Hopefully,
yeah, hopefully she can represent Jamaica in some area. That's my goal. For well, she will make the opportunity, but the choice. But
you need to
I
get her a
wouldn't.
Jamaican passport, though, bro.
Well, yeah, at some point. At some point. And Ryan, I spoke to you. I don't know if I told you that I met one of my friends here has two players that are playing top flight youth football in Denmark here.
Yeah.
One that's gonna be 17 years old and one that's 12 at FCK. And I spoke to him about them playing for Jamaica. So as soon as I get some footage on them, I will hand over the information to either Devon Porter or Manningsman, and we get those guys in the youth system because they're really good. They're really
Need
good.
to get them before Denmark start play them in a them national team.
Well, the thing is, their father is a Rasta man, and he's him raised them different. Trust me, a Jamaica them want play for.
Jamaica them want play for.
Yeah, a Jamaica them if they want play for.
Nothing wrong with that, bro. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that, bro. You see, but bro, Happy New Year's. Enough love. Stay tuned for more contents. Peace out.
All
Blessings.
right.